didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombies. So today is Saturday. Hope you're having an awesome day so far. If we dive in and have a look at the markets, it's another day of green. I will definitely take this. Now, should we be getting excited just yet? We'll talk about that. But let's have a look at what is happening in the market today. Now, the first thing that jumps right out to me is this right here. Bitcoin dominance is still pulling back. When Bitcoin loses its dominance, you tend to see the altcoins rallying, and we can definitely see right here there is substantial gains in the altcoins. Most of them more than Bitcoin. There's some that are falling. I mean, if you switch to the Bitcoin comparative, you'll see there's a few coins in here that do have some red, so just keep an eye on that, guys. That is one thing you do want to do. If you're already in crypto, definitely always check it compared to the Bitcoin. But that being said, Bitcoin is at $3,668, XRP 31 cents, Ethereum $119, and we still have Litecoin in fourth place, not by much, but it's still holding quite steady. $121 billion market cap. Biggest gainers of the day, Metaverse ETP. I have not heard any news. Maybe you guys know something I don't, but that is definitely an incredible pump today. We have Quant up yet again, 18%. I think that makes 80% over the past 3 days. Litecoin, as we know, guys, still on a tear with their news. Ravane, EOS, Redcoin, Veritasium, Theta, Digibyte, Odom. I'm not going to go through all these. Lots of gains today across the board. Few that didn't make it on the main page. We have this guy again, B2G Bitcoin. Now, the interesting thing about this was I actually almost forgot about this. This came out a while ago, and I don't know if you guys remember, Steven Seagal was actually helping promote for this Bitcoin with two eyes. And basically what they did was, it says as Bitcoin goes through conversion phase, meaning Bitcoin with two eyes, they essentially are walking away from the project, but not as a form of an exit scam. They basically want to just leave Bitcoin with two eyes to function within its own ecosystem. So that's their whole thing. This is the website over here. I'm not involved in this. I haven't bought any. I'm just letting you guys know what it's all about. But I guess one of the things that's somewhat appealing to this coin is that it is mineable. So as you can see right here, there is some excitement over that. Do I suggest you buy this coin? I can't suggest what coins to buy. I'm not buying this coin, but, you know, hey, it could pump some more, so keep an eye on it, you know? Some other coins that were up today, too, was Beam, 12%. Now, I thought that Beam would actually be doing better today with the news that they had with Litecoin. Ironically enough, Grin is actually doing better, which is sort of the Mimblewimble competitor, right? So that was just something to kind of point out this morning. Also, having a look yesterday, if you guys caught the video, it was really cool. We were watching the pump live, and as you can see right here, it is still holding. Remember, I said if we could break through this line right here, and look, we've already tried to touch it 1, 2, almost 3 times, and now we're kind of consolidating right here. So the question is, you know, are we going to form a BART pattern and boom, straight down? It's possible. It's possible. We have to keep an eye on it. Now, being realistic about it, you know, you don't want to be the moon boy, the Lambo guy, right? You want to be realistic. If we zoom out, this is sort of the wedge that's being formed, right? So this is what we're getting all excited about right down here. As you can see, guys, it still is a lower high, okay? So, you know, lower high, lower high, lower high. Well, that to me says that we're still technically going down, but the interesting thing here is that you're seeing that you're having higher lows. So this could be a good sign. Keep an eye on it. We might bounce around in this channel a little bit more, potentially. We could go up, down, until we finally have a breakout. So is it time for celebration? Not quite yet, but we will still take the gains. Just please be safe out there, guys. Now, we did have a big scare, okay? You know, with all these exchanges that have been going down and exit scams and Quadriga being potentially tied into this stuff, while people were freaking out because Bitfinex said we are aware that it's currently not accessible to some users. Our admins are I can't take it serious with this guy down here, so we're just gonna get out of there. But as you can see, so basically they fixed the situation. A lot of people were freaking out. A lot of people were worried, which is why you shouldn't keep your coins on exchanges, but I'm sounding like a broken record at this point. But according to them, it says that they have full functionality. It has resumed. I guess we're okay. So there we go. But that was a pretty big scare this morning, guys. And, that happens. So this is the news. This is what everyone's talking about. I'm not even going to try to pretend that this isn't what everyone's talking about today. So you have chairman of the New York Stock Exchange and owner of ICE, CEO of ICE, Jeff Sprecher, and he basically says that Bakkt is our moonshot. So everyone's very excited over this. Let's dive in. Let's see what it's all about. So it says, while its launch has been delayed several times, Sprecher is optimistic that Bakkt will be worth the investment that ICE is making to nurture it. Sprecher made the remarks during a conference call to discuss ICE's fourth quarter earnings yesterday, which apparently were pretty impressive from what I'm hearing. He says, it's a bit of a moonshot bet, and it's been organized in a manner that is very different than the way that ICE typically does business. Bakkt has its own offices, its own management team. They're well along in building out an infrastructure that I think you'll see launch later this year. Once again, I think you'll see launch later this year. He hasn't given a timeline on it. So, any of these websites or people claiming like, oh, this is when Bakkt is happening. Well, until we get an official announcement from them, there's no point in spreading these speculations, right? Also, he says, the Intercontinental Exchange, along with Microsoft, Starbucks, and BCG, is financing Bakkt, whose CEO is Jeff Sprecher's wife, Kelly Loeffler, as seen in the video below. So you could say that Sprecher is heavily invested both financially and emotionally, right? So she went on. This was something we covered this a while ago. But, he says despite the crypto winter that everyone's been talking about, he says there's tremendous corporate interest in the forthcoming crypto exchange. He said that infrastructure has attached a lot of very, very interested companies that have some interest in Bakkt. Some are just working with Bakkt to try to tap into the infrastructure. There's some new use cases as well, and they will also involve blockchain and digital assets. He goes on and says, obviously, we've announced our work with Starbucks and Microsoft. We have a very, very large retail franchise that we hope will be brought into the ecosystem and could create a very, very valuable company, but he has not said which yet. So this is what everyone's excited over. That plus the fact that Bakkt has finalized their acquisition of RCG, which is the Rosenthal Collins Group, and this was an official tweet, as you can see right here. They also have new hire positions available, and once again, no exact date for the launch of Bakkt. So once again, we have to wait to see what they're saying, but they're busy working and people are excited about this. Now, getting back onto Bitcoin today, apparently 13% of shoppers want to buy Bitcoin using Amazon. So this was a recently conducted survey. Who conducted the survey? I'm trying to read right here. Oh, investing.com. Okay. So basically, they conducted the survey and it revealed that 13% of American users would be comfortable buying Bitcoin using Amazon. Interestingly enough, the same percentage of individuals answered that they would also be comfortable purchasing drugs and medicinal marijuana using Amazon as well. But I think the real question is not, are you willing to buy Bitcoin on Amazon, but are you willing to spend Bitcoin to purchase things on Amazon? That would have been the better question. Now, moving on, I want to talk about some actual adoption. Usually I save this to the end of the video, but I thought it was really cool to bring up now. So obviously Bitcoin is gaining use cases all over the place, and you can also say that currently about Argentina. It says people across 37 cities in the country can now use Bitcoin to pay for public rides. Based on reports, BiteX, or BitX it's called, they're a fintech company, and Alto Viaje, I believe, an online payment company, have collaborated. Their partnerships will enable Argentinians to pay for public transport with Bitcoin. Here, the virtual currency will be needed to load onto Alto Viaje's transport card before payments can be processed. In addition, a person must fund their card with at least roughly $1.33 US for transfer to occur. The price of a bus ticket in the country is around 48 cents. Not bad, US dollars, which is about equivalent to 0.0001 BTC. Based on that cost, Argentinians can get at least 2 rides by funding their card just once. So that's pretty good news moving forward, guys. Now, there's a lot of positiveness in the space. There's also a lot of negative stuff in the space. And I just wanted to point out, this came out from Longhash, and they previously wrote about the success of the dApps, okay, in the ecosystem. They basically compared them to early days in the App Store for Apple, you know, how really apps weren't taking off back then. So now they've done some other calculations, and they say that dApps have a long way to go. They say they looked at a number of dApps that had ERC20 token transactions within 24 hours, and the day that they did this on was February 1st, and they found out that out of 1,812 Ethereum dApps, unfortunately, there were only transactions done in about 180 of them, which means that we're really only using 10% of the dApps out there, which means that there's a lot of dApps that are garbage or graveyard. They're dead. No one's using them, right? So when it comes to the number of transactions, even on the dApps that are being used, now here's where it gets even crazier. It becomes clear just how far we unfortunately are from mainstream adoption when it comes to these dApps usage, because out of that 10% that's being used, they found that only around 13% of those had transactions more than 100,000 per day, with a maximum number of around 200,000. So why am I bringing this all up to you? Well, just to put that into perspective, this is talking about dApps, things that have, you know, multiple transactions, games, you could play them, very engaging things, right? Like a game, for example. Well, if you compare that to Bitcoin, which is doing around 322,675 transactions per day, and this is from blockchain.io or .com, yeah, that's pretty low, guys. So that just goes to show you that we still really need to create that dApp. We really haven't seen that killer dApp yet, you know, the one that is the next Facebook or Instagram or you know what I'm saying? Like, we have not seen a decentralized version of that yet. So I just wanted to point that out, guys. We have to just be honest, which is good for all of us, because, you know, people sometimes say, you know, is it too late to get into crypto and Bitcoin? Not at all, guys. It's actually very early, even if you just found out about it recently. So I also want to clear up a little bit of FUD, a little bit of misconstrued information. So on February 7th, CoinDesk had actually published a statement saying that the Ethereum Foundation was considering investing $15 million to develop a verifiable delay functions for use in transition to proof-of-stake network. We don't have to get into the technicals of what that is. If you guys want, you can just kind of Google it, but apparently these are false. Justin Drake, a researcher at Ethereum, stated that the Ethereum Foundation is not looking to spend $15 million. We're looking to split funds 50-50 with Filecoin or other financial products. So just kind of clearing up the FUD, okay? Just clearing it up. Also, for fans of Digitex, or just if you're interested, they say we're less than 25K signups on our wait list to hit 1 million. In honor of this achievement, we're giving away 100,000 Digitex tokens to the 1 millionth signup. Tokens will be airdropped with public launch early Q2. Share and tell all your friends. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm telling you guys, if you're interested in signing up for this, there is a chance you could win 100K Digitex tokens. So everyone loves free money. I think that was just good to kind of mention. Also, with Quant Network really doing so well lately, guys, I wanted to point out one of their recent news articles right here. It says, we're pleased to confirm that Quant Network is now a guarantor of Pay.UK, the UK's leading retail payments authority. It says everyday individuals and businesses use the services Pay.UK provide to get their salaries, pay their bills, and make online and mobile banking payments. Pay.UK moves more than 6.7 trillion every year through BACS, direct credit, direct debit, faster payments, checks, etc. The new payments architecture is a new conceptual model for the future development of the UK's shared retail payment infrastructure. It will be the biggest change to the way payments are processed in the UK since the 1960s, ensuring payments are safe while also encouraging competitive innovation and unlocking new business opportunities in everything from smarter uses of banking and payment data through to new transactional services. And then they kind of go into, what they'll be doing, the right to attend and vote, etc. You guys can read this if you want. So that was pretty good news as well. Also, if you guys want a little more information on Quant, I actually did a video on Quant way back in October, and I've been speaking about them since 7 months ago almost, when we were talking about when interoperability was a really, really hot topic. So if you guys want, you can check this out. I actually had Hashoshi on. He helped me to kind of check out the code in the background, give me his opinion. And yeah, if you guys want, I go into a lot over here. I break everything down. So if you guys are interested, I'll drop that above. maybe you can check it out. Also, in a 45-minute Ask Me Anything, it looks like CZ from Binance said that there will be a listing fee for the company's new DEX. In fact, he explained that he is deliberately making the fee higher in order to reduce the number of spam or scam projects. He estimates the fee will be close to $100,000. He also said that the number will be adjustable over time. What's your opinion on this, guys? Do you think any coin should be able to list on the DEX? Because it is a DEX, right? Should we just allow any coin to be listed? Or do you agree with them charging a fee? Or do you think they're just being greedy by charging this fee? I mean, it's kind of like quality control, but then again, like scam coins, if they're really a scam, literally, what's 100K, right? You know, so it's kind of an interesting thing. Also down here, he kind of clarifies the fact that everyone was sort of poking at the fact that it's not really that decentralized. And he does admit that it is centralized, so he pretty much did admit that. So that was that moving forward. Also, we have Dash news. Don't really talk about Dash too much, but recently they've kind of been popping up. Alt36 is a service based on the Dash network, which works particularly in the legal cannabis industry. At the moment, it has a few issues with the banks in the US. I'm not surprised. A short while ago, the firm came up with a solution for cash management. The idea is that marijuana dispensaries that are overloaded with cash can give it away to collectors to later be swapped for Dash coins. After that, Dash will be used as payment for the suppliers. So the firm's president, Lauren Murphy, said in an interview that this technology will be similar to what CanTrade company offers, if you guys are familiar with them, allowing to use digital payments for wholesale purchases. Alt36 collector teams will pick up cash from dispensaries and then convert into virtual coins upon the wish of a corporate customer. Later on, these funds can be withdrawn and used whenever the customer desires. This solution for managing cash is now working in a beta test mode with over 30 customers involved. And finally, they say in a few months, Alt36 plans to expand the B2C market as well, allowing customers to buy marijuana from dispensaries directly using Dash. So there you guys go. If, if that's your thing, well, Dash may be the coin of choice, guys. Now, also, what is up with this Wells Fargo stuff? We actually had a Wells Fargo down the street from me that closed down and they replaced it with a Domino's pizza. So I don't know if that's like a telltale sign of, how these guys are doing. But yeah, people are really pissed off. So they were basically having issues. They said this was due to smoke. We're experiencing systems issue due to a power shutdown at one of our facilities initiated after smoke was detected. So basically, one facility goes down and pretty much all these different people can't access ATMs, can't access their money, can't get their direct deposits, so they're really pissed off. You can see right over here, a lot of people are angry. Wells Fargo's down for a second day. Millions who want a direct deposit did not get paid today, cannot access my money, buy food, run business. Someone should look into this. People are angry. So, you had Matty Greenspan, basically, he's the senior market analyst at eToro. He said the advantage of decentralized money is it's resilient in nature to these types of things. Data is maintained by thousands of computers working simultaneously. There's no single point of weakness. Wells Fargo stock did drop yesterday, but not by much. Will be interesting to see if they can shake another calamity. So, this is the thing. Like, if a miner shuts down, geez, guys, even if Bitmain shuts down, it's not the end of Bitcoin. You know what I mean? You have one little, measly center have an issue with, smoke, and all these people are having these problems. So, you could see over here, Anthony Pompliano, he pretty much said, Wells Fargo system is shut down right now. Bitcoin never shuts down. Scrolling down here, looking at some of the comments, some of these are pretty hilarious. You have Fred saying, I'll accept your apology, but please be aware that I charge a banking fee for this type of inconvenience. So Wells Fargo now owes me $150. This person says, people can't access their money. That's beyond the realm of completely unacceptable. You need to get that fixed. You have, John Moore, Litecoin, he came over here, he was saying some stuff. Now, here's an interesting statistic I just want to point out. The Bitcoin blockchain network has been up for at least 99.983% since it went live more than 10 years ago, as revealed by BitcoinUptime.com. Although exchanges and third-party services providers that are involved in supporting the Bitcoin blockchain network may have been faced with downtime, the network itself does not easily experience any downtime. So when you consider that this thing has been running for over a decade, nonstop, with a 99.9833% success. That's crazy. So, you know what I gotta say? Buy Bitcoin, short the banks. So, let's see what's going on anyway. What's going on with these guys? So, let me give it a refresh. Wells Fargo. So it says customers can use credit and debit cards for purchases. Many branches will extend their hours. We continue to work to resolve. Mobile and online banking systems are operational, but may be experiencing intermittent difficulties. Well, all right, so it looks like they're fixing it. It looks like hopefully if you out there, let me know if any of you guys have Wells Fargo, if you're able to use it today. I'm curious. But yeah, I mean, this is what happens with these centralized situations. I mean, we rely on them and everything's great until it's not. And then you have how many people stuck over the weekend? Or, leading up to the weekend, no way to access their funds. It's not cool, guys. Not cool. So anyway, moving on. Speaking of exchanges and funds and your money, Quadriga. I know. We've been talking about this for like over a week now, but check this out. So nearly $1 million worth of Ether apparently left Quadriga CX and went to other cryptocurrency exchanges in December, the same month that the CEO died. This is according to a review of public blockchain data. So in a series of transactions sent from Quadriga CX's hot wallet, more than 9,000 Ether moved from embattled Canadian exchange to accounts at Binance, Bitfinex, Kraken, and Poloniex. The lion's share, 5,000 ETH, was transferred from December 2nd to December 8th, the day before the recorded death of the founder, Gerald Cotten. Now, if that's not even more suspicion, I don't know. Most of the Ether sent that week was sent to Binance, so it's unclear whether the exchange itself initiated these transactions, or it was the customers, or it was both combined. But people are really having some trust issues with these guys right now. And the authorities have gotten involved, and they're going to see what's going on. Also, speaking about exchange hacks, it looks like Elementis also pointed out the Cryptopia update. As of this morning, the hackers have liquidated $3.2 million in tokens, with the bulk of it going to Ether Delta. As you can see right here, a lot of it went to Binance, a lot of it went to Buybox, Huobi, and KuCoin. But it looks like they're using a decentralized exchange to basically sell most of it. So kind of makes sense, right? Decentralized exchanges would be the way to go if you wanted to, unload this stolen money. So definitely unfortunate, everything that's been going on. But I don't want to end on bad news. Let's talk about something positive. So we have another state in the United States, this time New Hampshire. So there is a proposed law that would allow residents to pay their taxes with crypto. We're seeing a lot of these pop up lately. So this is House Bill number 470, which would allow state-level agencies, including New Hampshire's tax office, to accept crypto for payments if approved. It's cleared its first minor hurdle last week after being passed unanimously by a subcommittee of the House Executive Department and Administration Committee with amendments. So the subcommittee voted to add some protection for the state as an amendment, ensuring that if a transaction fails or is sent to the wrong address, New Hampshire can still collect on the taxes. So if the bill is approved, it looks like this could be able to be accept payments by November 2019. Oh no, it says actual acceptance would be July of 2020, but they're gonna determine by 2019 of November 2019. Okay, well, anyway, guys, this is still good news. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of different states start doing this. We've seen Wyoming, I can't even remember them all, actually. It's actually becoming quite a lengthy list. So very, very good news for the U.S. And one more story before we go. Not really crypto related, kind of crypto related, I don't know. But it says, this is a story. There was a man that apparently had money seized at Boston Logan International Airport last year. It was $49,400. The government claims that the money was part of an illegal drug sale, but the owner of the cash and the lawyers say that they have no proof about this. So they say carrying large amounts of cash is not evidence of illegal activity. Apparently, this was spotted by an agent, and they said they smelled marijuana, on it. Now, he did have a business where they dealt with things marijuana related, cannabis related, but not actual products, like wrappers or storage or stuff of that nature, right? So the reason for carrying the cash was simple, he explained. There was no branches for the bank to use in Massachusetts. The investigation told, his name is Kenny, by the way, that he was free to go and fly back to San Francisco, but the cash was staying in Massachusetts. So in a statement filed in the federal court, Kenny said the cash was payment received for non-contraband goods. In a motion to dismiss the forfeiture, Kenny's lawyers said that the government has no proof to show the cash was involved in illegal drug sales. Kenny never tried to hide his identity or travel plans. The lawyers wrote in a December motion motion, carrying a large amount of cash is not evidence of illegal activities. The smell of marijuana on cash isn't odd. The court system has recognized that U.S. currency is contaminated with narcotics, according to the motion. I mean, guys, can you imagine what's on those dollar bills that we're carrying around in our pockets? Oh my goodness, I don't even want to get close to those. So here's a situation where basically the government can do whatever they want. They can confiscate it. This isn't the first time. There was that couple that came from Las Vegas. They had won $10,000. The guy cashed out. He had $10,000 worth of cash in his backpack. He got pulled over for some reason. I think it was just a standard traffic violation. And they confiscated the $10,000, even though he was able to prove that it came from gambling, and he was able to, show them. But that's something that they could do, guys. So, there you go. So why walk around with $50,000 in cash when you could just put one of these bad boys right here in your backpack? So anyway, guys, this is crazy. This is why I believe in being my own bank and holding my own funds, but to each his own. That being said, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining again. Once again, I want to remind you, if you have not entered the Pivx swag bag giveaway by the Blockchain Brief, why? It's totally free, guys. Enter it. So if you want, you could scan this barcode. I'll put it right here. You could scan it right above my head. Or if you want, I will drop the link below in the description, and we will announce that next month for the giveaway. So also, if you guys haven't checked out the Blockchain Brief, it's a newsletter that I write for. So definitely check that out. Link below. And also, massive shout out to everyone that's been definitely supporting the channel, using the affiliate links, picking up Ledgers, Ledger Nano X's. Also, Ledger Live is available on mobile. I forgot to tell you guys that, so now you can do it on your phone as well. And guys, that is it for me today. Let's dive back and see if anything happened, since now we're still up there. Not like yesterday. It's not as fun as yesterday. But that being said, please be safe out there, guys. Could this potentially be a suckers rally? Could it potentially be a bull trap? It's possible, okay? Anything can happen in crypto. Like I said, going back, we are still finding ourselves in a bit of a wedge right here. We're not exactly out of the woods. I wouldn't jump for joy just yet. But still, it feels nice. It's good to see some green day, and it's also nice to see, some of the well, actually, let's see how the volume is looking. I'm actually curious about that too, super quick. Get this crap out of here. Yeah, so obviously it's gone back down again. So that's something to note. But guys, that's it for me today. It's Saturday. Please go enjoy your weekend. Turn off the crypto. Just go out, enjoy your day. It got a little cold here in New York again, but waiting for spring, man. I'm waiting for spring. That being said, I freaking love you guys. You're so awesome. Thank you to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, commenting. Everyone that's been, joining the Telegram group too. If you guys haven't joined, you just right here on the page, there's my Telegram. It's totally free. You guys can come hang out and enjoy. And that's it for me today, guys. Also, one thing I wanted to say before we go, Crypto J from the Telegram, he was asking if everyone that has received their Crypto Zombies t-shirts could maybe just take a picture. He wants to do like a type of collage thing, kind of show the Crypto Zombies community. So if you're one of the winners, maybe just send a picture in, I don't know, send it to the Telegram, or you could email it to me. Okay, so that's it for me today, guys. I'm out of here. That's enough. It's a beautiful weekend. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.